the hidden truth about fruits that may be weakening your legs after 60. Have you ever wondered why your legs feel less strong despite maintaining a healthy diet, regular exercise, and following all the right health advice? Why do staircases seem more challenging than before? Why does rising from a chair require more effort than it once did? Is it simply aging, or could there be something else quietly causing harm? The answer might surprise you. Sometimes the issue isn't what you're failing to do, it's something you're already doing without realizing the potential risks. Most older adults make an innocent mistake daily, believing wholeheartedly they're making healthy choices. They've been taught throughout their lives that fruits are natural, wholesome, and beneficial. While most fruits are indeed healthy, here's the uncomfortable truth that rarely gets discussed. Certain fruits aren't ideal for seniors. In fact, some fruits, ones we consume weekly without question, can gradually compromise leg strength, worsen joint inflammation, trigger knee discomfort, and make walking more difficult. Fruits marketed as healthy may actually undermine your leg strength, balance, and mobility. As we age, our bodies undergo changes, our metabolism decreases, circulation becomes less efficient, and foods that previously benefited us can now begin to slowly cause harm, particularly certain fruits. Behind their appealing taste and harmless appearance, they contain acids, sugars, and compounds that can destabilize blood sugar, irritate joints, and weaken your legs. The damage occurs slowly, subtly, and invisibly, until you suddenly experience sharp pain in your calves, persistent aching in your thighs, or uncomfortable tightness in your knees after just a brief walk. Today I'll reveal the 7 fruits that individuals over 60 should approach with caution, especially if you want to protect your legs from chronic damage, pain, and deterioration. These fruits aren't as harmless as they appear. Once you understand the facts, your perspective on your fruit bowl will never be the same. If you value your strength and want to maintain strong, stable, and pain-free legs, stay with me until the end. This could be the important information your body needs to hear. But first, pause for a moment. If you're concerned about your health, please subscribe and enable notifications because we share insights here that others don't discuss. If this resonates with you, let me know by commenting 1 if this video speaks to you, or 0 if it doesn't. Your feedback matters more than you know. 1. Pineapple, the deceptive anti-inflammatory. Let's begin with our first fruit. While praised for reducing inflammation, seniors may experience the opposite effect. We're talking about pineapple. This tropical, succulent, and delicious fruit has long been celebrated as a natural anti-inflammatory due to a compound called bromelain. However, here's the surprising twist. Despite widespread belief that it reduces inflammation, pineapple might be silently problematic for seniors due to its sugars and potent acids. These sugars aren't as beneficial as they appear, especially for those over 60. Let me explain. As we age, our blood vessels become more fragile and sensitive. They no longer respond the same way to sugar increases. Pineapple delivers a natural sugar rush to the bloodstream. Despite its health reputation, what effect does this have on you? It causes rapid blood sugar elevation. That spike can damage the tiny blood vessels that supply your legs, feet, and muscles. As circulation worsens over time, your legs receive less oxygen. What's the result? Swelling, fatigue, and pain. You experience that dull dragging sensation in your legs after a short walk. Your knees become stiff when standing, even after sitting all day. Your ankles begin to ache. There's more. Pineapple isn't just sweet, it's also acidic. That acid can aggravate your joints, particularly if you already have arthritis or inflammation. It's like adding fuel to fires already burning in your knees, hips, and ankles. Some people even report that their legs feel heavy after consuming pineapple, as if their strength is gradually diminishing. You should also know this: the famous enzyme bromelain can interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners, making them either too potent or ineffective. But here's the most concerning part. Pineapple's negative effects aren't obvious. There are no clear symptoms or immediate pain. Instead, it gradually takes effect until you realize you can't move as freely as you once did. The saddest part? Most seniors don't realize that their progressive leg weakness might stem from the fruit they eat for health benefits. What can you do? While you don't need to eliminate pineapple entirely, you should limit consumption, especially if you've been experiencing chronic leg pain or unexplained swelling. The harm is subtle but real. 2. Bananas, the misleading muscle helper. What about our next fruit? If pineapple, with its anti-inflammatory properties, can be problematic for aging legs, consider this fruit that's sweet, soft, and famous for providing potassium and muscle support, but might be deceiving. Let's discuss bananas. Soft, sweet, and potassium-rich, bananas are considered excellent food. They're supposed to support muscles, provide energy, and prevent cramps. However, things are different for seniors. Bananas contain high levels of natural sugar and rapidly digesting carbohydrates. This means your blood sugar spikes immediately after eating, and your body begins struggling with insulin resistance. When this happens regularly, your legs suffer because circulation weakens and inflammation increases. You might experience leg heaviness after meals, stiff calves, and dull pain when walking or climbing stairs, but that's not all. Bananas also promote fluid retention, especially in people with heart conditions and joint stiffness. This results in swollen feet and ankles. The effect is silent. You eat bananas thinking they benefit your muscles, but they may be gradually weakening you. The worst part is that over time, banana consumption may lead to increased pain and mobility difficulties. However, you won't feel this effect immediately. If your legs frequently feel heavy, painful, or swollen, consider examining the fruits on your plate. 3. Grapes, the small but mighty joint irritant. While bananas aren't as friendly as they seem, what if something even smaller had similar power? Bananas are known to support muscles. Our next fruit is tiny, charming, and innocent looking, yet it could be inflaming your joints. Let's talk about grapes. Grapes appear harmless, small, juicy, and easy to snack on. They're also heart-healthy, antioxidant-rich, and well-regarded. However, most people don't realize that grapes can cause mild leg pain, stiffness, and inflammation in seniors. Why? Because grapes contain fructose, a sugar that's directly processed by the liver and converts to fat and uric acid, which can be dangerous in large amounts. The real damage begins when your liver can't fully process it. Uric acid accumulates in joints, especially in toes, ankles, and knees, causing intermittent burning, aching, and swelling. That persistent pain makes even light walking challenging. Have you ever experienced piercing pain in your big toe at night? Suddenly stiff calves? Something as simple as eating a handful of grapes might elevate your uric acid levels. Fructose also contributes to chronic inflammation in your body. This leads to stiffness, increased pressure, and reduced movement. It's also easy to overeat grapes, since they're small enough for constant snacking. Before you know it, 2 or 3 cups are gone, and the sugar accumulates quickly. Therefore, while grapes might seem like a healthy snack, as you age, they may gradually reduce your legs' flexibility and comfort. 4. Watermelon, the sugar-loaded hydrator. Now you understand what might be hidden beneath that sweetness. Consider this connection. If you've been eating grapes regularly and experiencing increased stiffness and swelling, other sweet fruits also have dangerous potential. Another is famous for being hydrating, refreshing, and colorful, but don't be fooled. It tastes like water but acts like sugar inside. Let's discuss watermelon. Light and refreshing, watermelon symbolizes summer and hydration. Could this watery fruit be subtly harming your legs? Seems strange, right? Everyone believes watermelon is excellent for hydration. It's mostly water, low in calories, and feels safe. But here's the catch. Watermelon has an extremely high glycemic index. This means it rapidly elevates blood sugar levels, like candy. Those frequent sugar spikes cause serious damage to seniors, especially to their legs. Let me explain. When your blood sugar rises quickly, your body releases insulin. However, as bodies age, insulin regulation deteriorates. The result is inflammation, particularly in areas with poor circulation. Where does this manifest? Your knees, ankles, and calves. You might experience leg fatigue immediately after eating, dull pain during short walks, and chronic ankle swelling. Climbing stairs starts feeling like scaling a mountain. While watermelon feels gentle inside, it wears down your legs like an attractive trap. It's juicy and refreshing, so most people consume large quantities. 1 slice becomes 2, then 3, multiplying the sugar, stress, and inflammation. It's deceptive. Your blood sugar rises, circulation deteriorates, and your legs suffer. Even though you think you're consuming water, does watermelon actually keep seniors hydrated, or does movement discomfort increase slightly with each bite? If you frequently eat watermelon and your legs have felt more tired lately, it might be time to reconsider. 5. Oranges, the acidic joint attacker. Let's move to a fruit associated with health and vitamin C. It appears in breakfast, immunity-boosting drinks, and juices. However, elderly people may experience an acidic assault on their joints. Let's discuss oranges. Bright and aromatic oranges commonly appear on breakfast tables, in beverages, and health supplements. Their vitamin C is supposed to boost immunity. However, for seniors, especially those over 60, oranges may hide an uncomfortable truth. Your joints dislike the acid behind that citrus brightness. Oranges are rich in citrus acid. While this might seem normal, it can quietly irritate your joints, especially if you already have arthritis, stiffness, or body inflammation.
You might experience chronic hip pain, leg pain after prolonged sitting, increasing swelling, reduced mobility, and gradual morning knee stiffness. You might think it's just aging, but your healthy morning orange juice habit could be worsening the very pain you're trying to prevent. Here's what happens. The citric acid in oranges affects more than your stomach. It enters your bloodstream and can aggravate sensitive joint tissues. Combined with the fruit's natural sugar, it also raises blood sugar levels. The result? Body-wide swelling. Your knees, ankles, and calves become inflamed, making every step more painful and heavy. As you can see, while oranges might not harm younger people, they have subtle effects on elderly individuals with aging joints and reduced circulation. The worst part is that because oranges have long been associated with health, you consume them believing you're doing something beneficial. However, you now understand they might not be promoting your well-being. 6. Green apples, the deceptive healthy choice. What's next? This fruit appears crisp, clean, green, and lower in sugar. It's considered the safe option, but it hides something that might cause hip pain, tight knees, and nighttime cramps. Let's discuss green apples. Green apples have a naturally crisp and clean appearance with less sweet taste. Most people, especially seniors, consider them the healthier choice. They seem like a low-sugar, wholesome snack. However, most people don't realize that green apples can quietly cause leg pain, stiffness, and fatigue. The two threats are malic acid and hidden natural sugar. Let's discuss malic acid first. This acid gives green apples their tart taste. While fine for younger people, it can be problematic for older adults' digestion. When malic acid enters the body, it can irritate tissues, including joints. As we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive. Some older individuals experience severe hip or thigh pain after eating apples. Others have knee stiffness or slight burning in their feet. It starts slowly, but as acid accumulates, pain becomes more frequent. Next comes the sugar. Despite green apples not tasting as sweet as red ones, they still contain natural sugars. For older adults with slower metabolisms, that sugar causes blood sugar fluctuations. You might experience tired calves, nighttime leg cramps, morning stiffness, or weakness climbing stairs. The most challenging part is that green apples are often eaten raw as snacks, or even before bedtime, creating continuous body impact. Despite their seemingly healthy and pure appearance, green apples may be gently making walking more difficult, stiffening joints, and making nights more restless for aging bodies. 7. Mango, the ultimate sugar bomb. What about a rich tropical fruit that's incredibly sweet? If something as simple as an apple can do this, what about this popular fruit? Let's discuss mango. Mangoes are soft, juicy, and nearly candy-like, the real sugar bomb. Almost everyone enjoys this fruit, especially in summer. But here's the reality for elderly people with leg pain and joint weakness. Mangoes might be the most dangerous fruit. Why? Because they contain extremely high natural sugar content, not just a little, but a massive sugar rush that rapidly and dramatically elevates blood sugar levels. If you're under 30 and active, your body can usually handle that increase, but your metabolism changes after 60. That sugar surge causes insulin to spike and then crash. Every time this happens, your body generates inflammation deep within joints, especially in soft tissues around knees, hips, and ankles. You might experience toe burning, persistent tingling, evening foot swelling, or creeping leg heaviness. If you have nerve issues, mango doesn't seem like a substantial meal. It tastes light and feels fresh, making it easy to eat more, worsening the situation. The trick is that the feeling of lightness means nothing to your body. The sugar triggers its response, which over time can result in unstable legs, joint pain, and slow walking. Many elderly people consider mangoes a natural treat. It's natural, but that doesn't mean it's healthy for aged joints and poor circulation. The better alternatives. Healing fruits for seniors. Now you've seen the complete picture. While some fruits are praised for health benefits, they have drawbacks for those over 60. The good news is that the opposite is true for certain fruits. They fight inflammation, reduce joint pain, and promote strong, robust legs. Let's discuss those healing options and what seniors should eat instead. Now that you know which fruits to avoid, let's talk about what you can eat, because consuming the right fruits does more than satisfy hunger. They heal your body. Let's start with berries, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. These small fruits have powerful anti-inflammatory properties. They're low in sugar, rich in antioxidants, and gentle on blood sugar levels. Most importantly, they improve circulation, especially in legs. They reduce swelling, fight stiffness, and encourage better movement. Next are cherries, but in moderation. Cherries can reduce gout and joint pain risk by lowering uric acid. They decrease burning sensations in knees and toes, plus aching joints. Just a handful of cherries can provide significant relief. Then there's avocado. Yes, it's a fruit and among the best for maintaining healthy joints. Why? Because it contains abundant healthy fats that cushion joints and reduce internal inflammation. It also helps regulate insulin, providing consistent energy without blood sugar swings. Looking for something easy to eat? Try papaya. This soft tropical fruit contains enzymes that aid digestion and reduce inflammation. It's gentle on the stomach and kind to aged joints. Don't forget pears either. Eat them with small amounts of protein or fiber. They provide sweetness without being overly sweet. They give energy without straining your legs. Each of these fruits helps rather than harms your body. They don't cause swelling or discomfort. They provide your body with the vitality, balance, and calm it needs. Remember, it's not just about eating fruit, it's about choosing the right ones for your age, fruits that are currently beneficial for your body. When you make those conscious choices, you'll notice the difference. Clearer mornings, smoother movements, and steadier steps. Final words and personal message. Let's conclude with some final advice and a message specifically for you. If you've read this far, I can tell you care about your health, strength, and future. And I want you to hear this clearly. You still have time to make changes. You have time to improve, and you're not alone. Aging is challenging. The gradual development of pain, stiffness, and fear of falling can sometimes make you feel like your body is failing. But here's the truth. Instead of taking extreme measures, you can take control by making wise small changes. One choice, one meal, and one fruit at a time. While the fruits we discussed today aren't necessarily bad for you, they might not be optimal for you right now. That's okay because aging doesn't mean giving up. The goal is becoming smarter. When you start eating mindfully and choosing foods that support joint strength and circulation, you'll see changes. Lighter steps, smoother mornings, increased flexibility, and less pain. That's what we want, not fear or limitations. I want to hear from you now in the comments section. Tell us what you learned today and what change you're willing to make. Let's support each other, because sharing makes us all stronger. If this information helped, or even slightly opened your eyes, please click the like button, subscribe before leaving, and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss information that could improve your health. If you found this helpful, please type 1, type 0, otherwise, your comment matters more than you realize. Stay strong and vigilant. Remember that your independence depends on it.